Welcome back to the channel, people. Um, Premier League predictions, very very late one, very last minute one. Unfortunately, last night I couldn't really do it. I was exhausted after all those streams, after all those hours of streaming about football and stuff. So yeah, let's get started, people. Augustia, back again. We saying last minute, very last minute, but we're here.
Yeah, not too bad. Same as you, man. This is my fourth stream today. We did the F1 one earlier, then I did a politics and finance one with King on Rumble, and then
Yeah,
we were
please,
both,
please channel up.
and
Check
then
King's
we
channel. Yeah.
thank you so much, appreciate that. And then we both were on Saeed's show, which was pretty epic
Yep.
and insane. And now on here for the finale. So let's go, Ekevin. We'll crack through this one on one, and we'll get it done quickly.
Show some love to the both of them. Saeed TV, obviously you guys know him, and obviously King as well, who appears on this channel. And we're still waiting for Augustia's channel to be here. So when his channel's here, I'm gonna put in the title. But let's get started. I mean, Man City again losing. Sorry, not losing, but they dropped points to Everton. As I called it on this channel, I said they dropped points to Everton. I said 1-1. Bro, what's happened to Man City, man? Like, give us like a quick talk about Man City, and we'll talk about the Leicester game. And
Yeah, I think the question is what hasn't happened to Man City. This is what 1 win in 13 games. If you look at the first 9 games versus the last 9 games of the Premier League season, City are ranked in the bottom 3. In fact, they're the worst form in the entire league over the last 9 games. They've only gotten 5 points. That is, if you had told us this at the beginning of the season, we would have thought you're drunk, high, and should be admitted in a mental health hospital. But no, it's actually happening. This is actually happening. Man City are actually collapsing and dying. And this is the worst run of form for City since Ekevin, pre-Tuxin era. I've made this very clear. Since pre-Tuxin era, since pre-2004, this is the worst Manchester City have ever been, at least under Abu Dhabi. Now, what's the problem? What isn't the problem at the moment? I think their squad is thin. Last season, again, false cracks. It was a false representation of how good they truly are. Why? Their squad depth isn't as good as it used to be. If you look at it positionally by positionally, there are only very few positions where they actually have capable backups that can fulfill and execute Pep's system. And Pep's system is obviously one of one. It is the most demanding, it is the most technical, it is the most tactical, and it is obviously the most dominant possession-based style of play. So only a handful of players can really execute it. You see players out of position a lot. And you just look at the midfield. Their midfield, the likes of Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, even Rico Lewis occasionally. If that's your midfield, there is no physicality. There is only technicality. So that's not going to win you Premier League games or battles against the likes of Tottenham or even Man United, whether it was Ugarte or Pape Sarr. Both Pape Sarr and Ugarte just obviously going to win the midfield battle. So 1 win in 13, that is concerning. That is more than concerning. If it was any other manager than Pep Guardiola, they would have been sacked on the spot. No doubt about that. I'm sure you would agree with me on that, Ekevin. But just because Pep has the credence and the pedigree, he's in a job still. And obviously, I'm not saying sack Pep because he is Pep. He is still one of the greatest managers in Premier League history. However, I think if he does want to, revitalize City's success, you're going to have to do a rebuild. You're going to have to be committed to the long term, and you're probably going to have to reshuffle your backroom staff because sometimes, just like with Sir Alex, the same group of voices in your ear for 10 years straight, eventually it's going to be redundant. So, A, I think you need to rebuild your squad, and B, you need to reshuffle your background staff. However, because you still are Manchester City, because Manchester City still have the best state-of-the-art facilities, the best structure with the best people there and the most committed people there, I see no reason why City as a football club cannot rise from the dead again. However, this season, I think it is going to be doomy, very doomy and rainy.
yeah. No, I hear that, bro. I mean, City just for some reason I don't know what's actually gone wrong. People are not really looking into the injuries. Like, you know what it is with City fans? At least they're not using injuries as an excuse. Because a lot of the other fan bases, they spend a lot of money, but still use injuries as an excuse. Like, I find it quite weird, right? But about this game, they've won one game in 13 in all competitions. To think that I'd be saying this about Man City right now, is something very out of the ordinary, very out of the blue. No pun intended. Very, very out of order. Very, very out of order. I think this is more like Man United rather than Man City. Real talk. This is more like Man United more than Man City, because this is the type of team. This is Man United would go on this form. Man City wouldn't. Man United have gone on this form, and now they're just sorry. Man City have gone on this form. It's almost as if you're looking at how things have changed. Really, is it the Chargers? Is it something to do with Pep? Is it the players? Is it the board just having a fallout with Pep? I don't know what's going on. I know Pep signed a new deal, but was that agreed a long time ago and the board had a falling out with Pep before he signed the contract? I don't know what exactly happened. That takes a lot of explanation from a City rep, but I don't know, man. I just see City are in problems. But today's game, kind of tough for them. Leicester away. There's not. I don't know about this game actually. Don't know about this game. I really don't know about this game.
I mean, can I just say something? You raised some very good points and questions here about Pep's deal. Were they on board completely? Did this fallout happen before they signed or after they signed the contract? So there are a lot of unanswered questions that hopefully investigative journalists like David Ornstein will get down to. I don't know. I think you're right about Pep as well. I'll just be brief because you can see it. I think one of the biggest differences between Pep and Sir Alex is I would make the case Pep is a far better technical coach. Sure, he molded a system from the likes of Rinus Michels and Frank Rijkaard, but I think, yes, technically there isn't much to separate them necessarily. It's rather their man management. And Sir Alex was a father. Sir Alex was the father. Everything went through him and was because of him. He was the leader, effectively the dictator of a club in many ways. And he was a good dictator, right?
Yeah.
So when the going got tough for Pep, you can see that is contagious. It is rubbing off onto players like Phil Foden who have been underwhelming. And you can see how he really has been quite pessimistic, downbeat, discouraged. And that's not what you want from the leader of your football club, no matter what you've done before. So I think you're right about Pep. But on today's game, Ekevin, I don't know about you. I do not see City winning for the foreseeable future. Leicester, Ruud van Nistelrooy, he likes to be aggressive. He likes to make some spontaneous and quite interesting substitutions. So I don't know. I think tonight's game will be interesting, but I do not see City getting anything out of it because correct me if I'm wrong, it will be at the King Power, right?
Yeah. And we've seen Leicester at their very worst turn up against Pep Guardiola before.
Oh, yeah. Very, very true in previous seasons.
I know it's a different team now, but I don't know.
Vardy.
City won 13. Yeah, Vardy. I don't know if he's playing. Is he starting? Do you have the lineup out?
Let me check.
Yeah, let me look right now. We have time to preview the game. Don't worry.
Yeah,
the City game is starting 10 minutes. We talk about it a bit more if you want.
Yeah, we all good. Yes, Jamie Vardy is starting, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Vardy has scored more goals than anybody else against Pep City teams, or at least is among the leaders.
Yeah.
Obviously, I remember the iconic 5-2 victory during lockdown. Pretty epic, and this has happened time after time. So Vardy will be licking his lips because City as a team concede the most fast opportunities from fast breaks among the best European teams, at least in the Champions League. So Vardy will be licking his lips on the break. And I think it's going to be a tough night for that back line.
I'm going to go with, let's just go with that score prediction right away. I'm going to go with 2-1 Leicester.
I'll go with 3-1 Leicester.
Or 1-1 draw.
Could be.
Because Leicester also do tend to struggle. They're also struggling right now. That's why I feel like maybe it might be a draw. Will I be surprised if Man City win the game? Kind of not, really. Because it's Leicester City. Like, they've not been great. And trust me, we both have ties to Leicester City as we're both from Thailand. So we have ties to them in the sense.
Is that a pun intended? I could been ties to.
No.
You claimed it. It's a good pun.
I mean, we have connections to Leicester City since we're from Thailand. So yeah. I mean, we both do love Leicester. We both went to see the Leicester City title parade. Remember, we were there for the title parade when they came to Thailand and they had the Premier League trophy. That was the first time I ever saw the Premier League trophy.
You did also meet the players just last summer, right?
We did. I did. I met the players this summer as well. Vardy, unfortunately, big up to you, but you didn't stop for me, my friend. It's all good though. You said Leicester 3-1?
Yeah, so Jamie Vardy, if you're listening to this, make it up to Ekivin. Score a hat trick tonight. Come on, bro, do it. Chat shit, get banged.
I beg. Moving on. Next game. What's the next game we're going to talk about? Tottenham Wolves. I mean, do we want to talk about Tottenham, or do we just leave Tottenham out of this because it's Tottenham?
No, why not? I think they're the most entertaining team to watch from a neutral's perspective. Gung ho, relentless, but also very, very vulnerable on the break. I think they're fun. But look, I must say something very controversial about Ange real quick, Akavin. I like Ange. I think he's very charismatic. He's a nice guy. He's got good personality. He abuses and uses the word mate a little bit too much sometimes. But no, he's a funny character. The league will appreciate him and will miss him when he's gone. But I don't really know if we should be lauding Ange too much, because yes, you want to entertain the fans, but eventually the currency of football, especially for a club that should be winning titles or aiming to win titles or cup competitions with the revenue they generate, I don't know if this is really what should be praised or respected. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Ange. But then again, you saw how Tottenham fans treated Mourinho and Conte. When they finally had winning managers who played pragmatic football, they wanted to replace them for managers who played aggressive and attacking football. So you get what you preach. So be careful what you want.
Yeah. No, I hear that completely. I don't really have much to say about Tottenham. I mean, they're a really up and down team. Like, I don't really rate Tottenham as much. The football club and their standards, I don't really rate that. As a team to watch, they score a lot of goals, but they concede a lot of goals. High scoring 2-2 draw. Excuse me. High scoring 2-2 draw.
Is it at Molineux or?
No, it's at Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh no, I think Wolves are 2 wins in a row under their new manager, right?
Yeah.
But you really can't count the win against United because it's United. Remove that. Isolate that, which is that bad.
Well, we will get on to United, but
I agree with you. I think 2-2.
2-2?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, 2-2. Fair enough. 2-2. Cool. Moving on very swiftly. West Ham Liverpool. That's the 5:15 p.m. kickoff UK. I mean, Liverpool extended their lead at the top of the table. Obviously, unfortunately, with Chelsea losing, I mean they've extended their lead at the top now. Liverpool just, how many points clear of Chelsea right now? 7 points clear with the game in hand. 6 points clear of Arsenal with the game in hand. Man, it's not looking good for us United fans. I can't lie. West Ham, they're not really having the best of seasons. I mean, Julian Lopetegui came in with a lot of expectation because I thought that West Ham team actually looked quite good with the summer transfer window that they had. I thought for me, I thought that the summer transfer window they had, the players they brought in, right, it kind of convinced me that West Ham were going to be like a top half team this season. I thought they were going to compete for like European places. When they signed like Fulkrug, they signed like players like Wan-Bissaka, they signed Todibo, they signed some good players, and they kept Paqueta as well. They kept Bowen, and obviously, unfortunately, with Mikel Antonio being out, with unfortunate events. I mean, I don't know. West Ham, they're not having the best of seasons. I reckon Liverpool will win the game 3-1, but you can give your prediction. You can give a little preview about this game, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. You made it very clear there, unfortunately, that Liverpool, should they win their game in hand against Everton, which, by the way, last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, that will be difficult. That will be tough. Do not discount or dispute Everton's ability to upset and spoil Liverpool's run. But no, I think the fact is Liverpool are essentially double digits ahead by Christmas or by the halfway stage of the year. So that is a very damning picture for United. The way both clubs are trending, different new managers and two completely different outcomes. So it is a shame. And on Liverpool, what do I need to say? I think the way Arne Slot has coached has been nothing short of exceptional. The way he has been able to not just be egotistical and arrogant to abandon everything Klopp would do, because many managers in his situation would love to put their own fingerprints on a new philosophy, make it their team completely. He has taken the good from Klopp. He has inherited it, he has sustained it, and he has expanded on it. He's also made Liverpool a little bit more of a disciplined team. They're not as gung-ho. They're not as gung-ho, freaky, and relentless with how much they press and press and press. There is more discipline. They do manage games out accordingly. They know how to see out games, and they know how to also make sure they don't burn themselves down to the ground, which is why players like Salah have been able to stay fit for quite a considerable amount of time. So kudos to Slot in terms of conditioning and discipline. He has been exceptional. And also just as a voice of authority. He's not too authoritative. And when Liverpool lose or things don't go their way, he's also not petulant. He accepts accountability and he knows how to really control and compose the situation. So I think Liverpool for sure tonight. West Ham, it's strange. I agree with you, Ekevin. Lopetegui is a very credible manager. We've seen him in high roles before in the Europa League with Spanish teams or with even the national team in Spain as well while he was there. So Lopetegui, despite all the credibility with all those jobs in Spain and with the national team, I'm surprised to see West Ham struggling. I'm very surprised. So tonight, I think Liverpool will win. I agree with you. And let me just add one more point about Liverpool here. Can we just mention, I think, I'm going to go on a limb here. Mo Salah is the best player in the world right now. I don't even think it's debatable. I don't think it's debatable at all. He is in the richest vein of form, perhaps in his entire career. I think he's the top of goals and assists, and he's double digits for the first time ever among active players. So, it's just he is exceptional, aging like fine wine. And if this is his last season with Liverpool, he is making a case for him to be Liverpool's best player in the Premier League era. And I really mean it. So deep what I just said. So Mo Salah, best player in the world, Liverpool, best team in the world, Arne Slot, obviously manager of the season so far. And they'll keep the train ride running. I don't see anybody stopping them.
Is he the greatest right winger in Premier League history for you?
He's certainly up there.
Not for me, personally, not for me, but I mean that's another.
Talk to me at the end of the season.
Even whatever he does in the season, still, I don't see it. But
what would be your front three best all time Premier League front three?
I'll give you that another stream better. I don't want to cause controversy right now.
Good idea.
Because some fans don't want to, just because some fans will just go crazy about but he's delusional, he's this, he's that, you know what I mean? So let's just keep that, for some other day. But there's somebody everybody knows who everybody knows who already from our anger. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say his name.
I wonder who, Ekevin. I wonder who.
Say his name. But all I'm gonna say is
one that doesn't have this one. I'm sorry. I had to bring it in. Still one of the greatest ever.
Don't worry, he'll win it. Anyways, moving on. Ipswich Chelsea. Chelsea off the back of a Fulham defeat. We watched the Chelsea game. I watched the Chelsea game with my pal. He's going to watch the game with me right now, actually. The football. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to call. Obviously, with Ipswich playing really good football. Chelsea, obviously dropping 6. Obviously, how many points they dropped? 5 points in the last 2 games.
Yes.
which kind of taking them out of the not taking them out of the title equation, but put them further out. Oh, this is definitely gonna be tough to call. This is going to be tough to call. Chelsea have looked good this season, though. They'll have their setbacks. They'll have their drops, but I think they'll be back. I reckon today's a must-win game for Chelsea. So I'm gonna go with 2-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will scrape it. Ipswich are not away. Ipswich are not easy away from home. Sorry, excuse me. They're not. They're away. Ipswich away from home for any club. It's not easy ground to go to, especially with the Ed Sheeran distractions and shit like that. No, I'm kidding. Not.
What did Ed Sheeran do to deserve that, Kevin?
Nah, I'm just joking. Big up Ed Sheeran. I think. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It's ground to go to. Which for us, we drew there 1-1. We're not a great team, but we drew there 1-1. United are not a great team, so I mean, I can't really talk much. But yeah, Chelsea, go and do your job. Go and win the game. Garcia, you can continue off my point, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Last 2 games, big missed opportunities for Chelsea, looking at the grand scheme of things. But unfortunately, I do hate to agree with Enzo Maresca. I do not think Chelsea are competing for the league this season. I agree with you, Ekevin. When they're hot, they're hot. And they've had so many exceptional performances, not just collectively, but individually. We know ice cold Cole Palmer has been electric and has been cold under pressure. One of the best players in the league, no doubt about it. But even players like Jackson or Madueke, when they catch fire, they catch fire. So I think Chelsea, of course, you can never discount them from any game. I completely agree with you. They can win any game against any team at any given moment this season. They've proved that, and the way Maresca has taken control of this team, basically had a mass exodus, eliminated players who aren't a part of his future, and put them training with the academy or whatever, has been very, very impressive. Not many managers could do that. So he's definitely been one of the more impressive managers this season. But I think this season the title race will be between 2. And it'll be between Liverpool and Arsenal. That's it. I don't think Chelsea are in it. However, it is still a must-win for Chelsea because you don't want to go 3 winnable games without a win. So, yeah, I do think they'll win because Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken, on the road are the best team in the league this season. I think it's 20 points from 9 away games. So I think Chelsea will scrape it, as you said, Ekevin, 2-1. I have Chelsea winning 2-1.
Yeah, same. I got Chelsea winning 2-1 as well. Moving on to the last Premier League game of 2024. Manchester United taking on Newcastle at Old Trafford. The most boring fixture to predict, the most depressing fixture to predict, the most annoying team to talk about because every week, bro, you and I are sat here just, so concerned about our football club. We just don't know what's gonna happen next. I mean, Newcastle at home. We have done well against them in the past few years against Newcastle, I guess. I can't remember the last game we lost to them at home.
Wasn't it the Prem?
Was it back in 20? Wait, hold on a minute.
In the Premier League, I'm not sure, but I know they hammered us in the Cup last season.
No, we beat Newcastle. No, we've gotten the better of Newcastle over the few years. It's
that Carabao Cup game.
It was just that game that referee Craig Pawson, bro. He disallowed 3 clear goals, or disallowed 1 goal that was actually scored by Ronaldo, right? The one where they actually passed it to him and he scored, and the referee decided to disallow that, and they didn't give 2 penalties that game. So that game was pretty much of a robbery. Even though I don't complain much about referees, that game for me was a robbery, and I don't care what anyone says. That game against Newcastle home where we drew 0-0 under Erik ten Hag in his first year, that was a robbery. That was robbery at its finest. You can go watch the game back. You will see a goal disallowed. You'll see two clear penalties being not given. So yeah, that was poor. I'm not going to blame the referee. Obviously, I am, but I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to use the referee as an excuse as to why we drew the game. We should have taken our chances. However, we got robbed at the same time. So it's two events happening at the same time. Then we have not lost to them in the Premier League since 2014. Sorry, 2013. 1-0 at Old Trafford. We've not drawn to the we've not lost to them since then. But this is the game that Newcastle can win. Even last year, right? Even Newcastle were better than us. We still managed to, beat them at home. 3-2. So in a game that really didn't matter much to us, still we managed to get the win. Do you know what? As bad as we've been, as shit as we are, yeah. All this 3-2 Man United. Going in the year on a high. It's been a shit 2024 for Man United. Horrible 2024 for Man United. Nothing comes close to this. Horrible 2024 for Manchester United. Just end this year, go into next year, get the January transfer window started. And, it's what it is. Just win the next game. We've been shite. The last game we played was shite. The last game we played was shocking against Wolves. That Bruno Fernandes 10 men, yeah, pretty much threw away the game for us. We've conceded a corner. We've conceded directly from a corner. No one touched the ball. Goes in the space of a week. In the space of a week, we've conceded the exact same goal from a corner. Our set piece defending is abysmal. Almost every single time somebody has a set piece, I have a feeling we're going to concede. Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest have scored from set pieces against us. Arsenal scored from set pieces against us. Yes, we've scored 5 goals from set pieces this season. However, we've not been good enough. Defensively, going forward, we've not been good enough. And this will only continue if the players start lowering their, start lowering the standards or lowering the, I just feel like, you know what it is. We need to have a full clear out, full reset, full clear out, and just give Ruben Amorim summer transfer window to see what players he brings in. That's where I will fully judge him. I will judge him based off of next season if he can get his own players in and he stops defending these players, and he ships half of them out. If he's shipping half of them out and and he's bringing his own players in and we're doing a bit better, I will back him because he'll continue to ship more of the dross out, and then bring in some more good players in. I'm hearing some rumors we're linked to Dani Olmo and Nuno Mendes, but don't know how true the Dani Olmo news is. Even though I think Barcelona will try and do something to register him, they have to try and sell some some stupid broadcasting revenue or something. I don't know what it is. Something that they have to do to register the guy because Barcelona have trouble registering the players. So if Dani Olmo does not get registered, then I hope we can sign him. Would you take Dani Olmo? Because I definitely would.
In a heartbeat, he'd be our best player. That's not even a joke. He would genuinely be our best player. But why would he make the move? For his career, we're such an unstable, unsustainable state. Why would he want to come here? Yeah, but again, then that's just going to break the wage structure. Then what's our long-term plan, right? So it's just, we don't win. We don't win no matter what we do.
Yeah, I mean, this is the reason why I don't see United getting back to the top in a long time, because we just have these mediocre players trying to ruin, trying to ruin the look of this club, the way they're playing week in, week out, making managers look worse than they actually are. Because before Ten Hag came to United, he was actually a decent manager. Before he came to United. Then he just decided to, you know what it is? Ten Hag was one of the managers who actually had his own principles and just ruined everything.
Abandoned them.
Mourinho, he called it out. He told us years ago that the players weren't going to be good enough. told us a long time ago that we needed to rebuild. Ralph Rangnick said we need open heart surgery. Who else? Solskjaer, even though I didn't rate the guy, he did make a great point saying that trophies does not mean you're back. It's true. We're not back. He made a great point about. I'm not sure. I don't agree with the part where he says trophies are for managers' egos. Sure, I don't agree with that because if you win trophies, that just adds to your collection. That makes you more successful. However, where I agree with him is the part where he says trophies does not mean you're back. It's true. That is true. It does not mean you're back. It doesn't mean you're back. But also, it does mean that you are heading in the right direction when you win them. However, the FA Cup final was a fluke for us when we finished 8th. We weren't heading in the right direction then. But when we were winning games under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm not saying Ole Gunnar. I can't even talk. I hate the football club so much, man. Always makes me stutter. Always
4 streams in a row as well.
Fucking hell, man. Like 3 streams in a row, man. I can't do this shit, man. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah. I don't rate him as a manager. I don't think he was good for us at all. He lowered the standards, right? But where I agree with him is this: where I agree with him is trophies doesn't mean you're back. It doesn't mean you're back. It means that you're still, sort of, you still need to improve. You still need to do this and that. I mean, we still need to bring in a lot of players. We need to ship a lot of them out. And Oli was right in that sense, but he was not right in the sense that he's saying that trophies are for managers' egos. It's not an ego thing. Trophies are part of football.
Or the currency of football.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is we need to win trophies, but also it doesn't mean we're back. That's what the fan base needs to realize, that we're not back. We're not back in absolutely nothing. So all this defense for Erik ten Hag has now gone to waste, and now you might have jumped ship. When we jumped ship earlier and we told you the truth a long time ago, but you decided to tell us that we weren't real fans. So stay on that side and go with Erik ten Hag. Pretty simple. Just go with him. Quite easy, no? Those fans that have told me I was a fake fan, those fans that told me I'm not a United fan. I've supported this club since 2009, my friends. 2009. Yeah? 2009, 2010 season was my first season of watching United. And guess what? Ever since then, I've only kept my standards high. I've only demanded Premier League titles. I've only demanded us to compete in the Champions League. I've only done that. When Jose came in, I expected a lot more from this team. I expected a lot more from Manchester United. But guess what? We've done fuck all ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone wants to tell me I have no standards, then please refrain from even talking to me. Pretty much. Just refrain from talking to me, because I've been telling everyone ever since that Ten Hag was the problem. But the players have also been a massive problem. Both, it's actually both. It's both. The players and Ten Hag, they both don't align. Now that Ruben Amorim and the players are not aligning. They're not. So the players need to go. And if Ruben Amorim does not do his job properly, next season I'll be calling for his head.
Good.
Any manager that doesn't do their job properly, I will be calling for them out. I'll be saying out. You keep on sacking until it works. You don't just keep managing because they need time. Pep had a season with Man City and he won them the league the following year, 100 points.
Look at Arne Slot. Point in case.
It's not, bro. Conte came into a Chelsea team that finished 10th the year before and won the league.
Talk about Carlo Ancelotti with Chelsea as well.
Ancelotti came in. Exactly. He won the league in his first year. Carlo Ancelotti with Real Madrid won them the first Champions League title since 2004?
Yeah, whenever the Zidane never comes in.
Yeah, when Zidane scored against Bayer Leverkusen, was that I can't remember which year that was, yeah.
But the turn of the century.
Exactly, bro. Bro, managers time and all this stuff. I get it. We were in transition period from Sir Alex Ferguson. I would have given a proper manager time back then. But now there's no time because our rivals are actually going ahead of us. Our rivals are catching up to us. City and Liverpool are breathing down our necks.
Mm-hmm.
City and Liverpool are right behind us. Liverpool are about to catch our 20 Premier League titles. They're about to catch our Premier League titles. Sorry, not Premier League. Excuse me, not Premier League titles. Our league title count. Sorry, that's what I
They
meant.
could even, at this rate, with how far behind we are. Who knows?
I don't know if City are gonna win a trophy this year. But even if they don't win a trophy this year, they'll win one next year, and they'll win maybe a couple next year. They'll be back next season.
Yeah.
People can laugh at Man City now, but they'll be back. They'll be back. They have the right ownership, the right structure. They have the right everything. They'll come back. City will
You
come
nailed
back.
it. Yeah.
City will come back, bro. We are still in a mess today because of Ineos and the Glazers. Them two, when they're literally about, bro, they're the exact same people. I can't even talk because I'm so angry. Yeah, I stutter like shit. But bro, they're both the exact same group of people. Glazers and Ineos, bro. Have you seen the Ineos cost cutting stuff that's been going on in the past few days? Bro, this is fucking embarrassing, man.
It's despicable.
And he's raising the ticket prices as well. Man's raising the ticket prices, bro.
Yeah, the Glazers and Ineos are geniuses. They are geniuses. They basically con the fans completely. They produced one of the greatest con jobs in football history, and you have to appreciate it. You have to be like, hey, we exploited all the loopholes, all the regulations, and we milked United. We turned them into our cash cow. They're our business. United aren't a competitive team. Fuck that. Fuck the pitch. It's commercial value. And everything they've done since they've taken over is commercial value, commercial prioritization.
Team FC, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, no, 100%. And Ollie, you made a good point about Ollie. I think, again, the moment we are back as a football club, I'll tell you when we're back. When we're lifting that Premier League title. That's when we're back. 100%. Until then, we are not back. Even if we're in a title race, we are not back. I think if Ollie means, again, what Ollie was saying was, if we win a Carabao or an FA Cup, does that mean we're back? No, because as you just mentioned, Ekavin, cup competitions masquerade your actual true performance and your true value and merit. Because cup competitions, again, pathways, rotation, not representative of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So winning a cup competition is not success. It might be success for a mid-table club. And no disrespect to a Brighton or to a Leicester, that is successful. Because in terms of capital invested, and if that's your output, that's unbelievable. That is so beautiful and amazing. I'm so thrilled for those clubs when they win those tournaments here. But for us, for the biggest of the biggest, the cream of the crop, our only success is the Champions League title and the Premier League title. And of course, I'm not saying let's not win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. We should be winning those as well. But that's not our value of success. So I agree with you.
That's not the butter.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. The icing on the cake. So I think, yeah, and when it comes to United, you mentioned structure about City and why City are doing well, as we've been saying, and we continue to say. Look, our structure has to make sense. We have no structure. Yes, we have people in the right positions, Omar Barada, for example, and we have Jim Ratcliffe and Jason Wilcox. But until I see the structure actually operating like a City or even a Barcelona, where it's manager and then squad and then director of football, so what? We're not back. We're not operating like a professional football club that wants and only wants to win. So, yeah, there are too many problems. I don't think there's one specific person that's the problem. It's just the environment and the philosophy the club is operating under. So, when it comes to United Newcastle tomorrow night, is it tomorrow night? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think Newcastle are having a bit of confidence at the moment. Their players are performing at a high level, the likes of Isak.
The one record that United had not had. Sorry, I interrupted you. The one record United had. The fucking hell.
It's okay, bro.
Sorry.
Hey, this is not your fault. This is United's fault. This is United's fault. They've done it. Look at what they've done to this man.
The one record we have is we've not lost 3 games in a row since 15-16 under LBG. That might happen tomorrow if we're not careful. If we're not careful, that happens tomorrow.
It should happen tomorrow because it would be so poetic of how the year has gone for the club. Like, it's only fitting. To Eric Ten Hag said, era has come to an end. Records are going to be broken. Let's break the one record we haven't broken. Every record is being broken, so let's break it. No, I think it will be broken tomorrow. Because Newcastle are in such a rich vein of form, and they had that cup game against United last season where they won 3-0. So they have the confidence.
fairly, we won in the league 3-2, but really and truly, that the cup game will mean more because I had nothing to play for in the league. So yeah, I mean, we still had to play for some. We still had to try and get into at least the European places, but really and truly, do I care about European places? No.
Can I just say something? Can I interrupt you really quickly, Ekvin, here?
Go on.
Manchester City have taken the lead against Leicester. 1-0. Savinho has scored the opener.
Oof, Savinho.
There you go. Still going according to our predictions, though.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
for Ekvin, who do you have tomorrow?
Tomorrow, it's final game of 2024. 2024 ain't gonna come back, so might as well just go with United 3-2 win. Honestly, I don't want to defend the group of players that we have right now, even though I don't have confidence in the team. Why not just go for 3-2 United? Just back my team from one last time this year. And yeah, what's your score prediction?
I'll go with 3-1. Or actually, fuck it. I'll go 2-0 Newcastle.
Interesting. Moving on to the final Premier League game we're going to predict. Brentford Arsenal, first game of 2025 on New Year's Day. South London. South London. Arsenal head to South London. Big up Prem, bro. Big up every single time, bro. Yeah, Prem, you were supposed to beat. I'm just about to finish, bro. Sorry, just about to finish. So I'll see you for the new year, bro. Yeah, because I gotta go watch the City game. So yeah, apologies, mate. Apologies. But big up every single time, and I'll definitely see you after the new year, bro.
Legend.
Yeah, legend every time, bro. Big up.
Arsenal's biggest nightmare, right?
Yeah. Prime, when that Chelsea when that Fulham goal went in, I was deflated, man. Trust me. I was deflated. I knew from then that was like, yeah, it's peak. Liverpool are doing it. Nah, it's all good. It's all good, man. Moving on, Brentford Arsenal, last game of first game of 2025 on New Year's Day. Arsenal head to South London. Yeah, I'm just let's just get through this quickly. Arsenal got their first win against Arsenal beat Palace, and then they beat Ipswich. Two wins in a row. Really and truly, it should have been more than that. Really and truly, they should have won the 2 games prior. And Arsenal would be very, very near Liverpool right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know, man. I see Arsenal winning this game. To be fair, I'm just gonna go straight in and say Arsenal will win the game. I reckon they'll win the game 3 goals to. I think they'll win by 3 goals to 1. I know Bukayo Saka's out injured, but Arsenal should still win the game with the quality they have around them. Even though Saka's very, very important to Arsenal, I reckon Arsenal will still win the game 3-1. Don't really have much to say about this game because Brentford are a good team, but do I see them beating Arsenal? Probably not. Will I be surprised if they do? Nah, because Arsenal have had a very up and down form this season. They're very up and down. But I'm gonna go with the Arsenal 3-1 win. What are you saying?
I mean, until Brentford played Forest the other week, they were unbeaten at home all season. They are still the best home team in the league this season. 9 games, 22 points. The Community Stadium has haunted almost every top team and title challenger since Brentford have been promoted. So I think it's going to be a tough game, going to be difficult. If I'm not mistaken, Ekvin, I think it's an evening game as well. Yes. So it's going to be feisty.
It's the first game of 2025.
Yeah, it's going to be feisty. Atmosphere is going to be electric, and it could electrify and a little bit provoke. I think provoke might be a bit of maybe the right word here. Provoke Arsenal. So I think it'll be interesting. You could be right. Brentford could be leaky. They could be having I guess downbeat and a bit discouraged after a couple bad performances and results. However, like you just said, Ekvin, first game of the year at the G-Tech. Brentford are known to dominate and haunt top teams. They're the best home team in the league this season. their forwards at home. They seem to be on fire. So I think it will be high scoring. I think I'll take a 2-2 draw. I'll take a Desmond. And I
Fair.
think Liverpool are just going to run away with it. I really and truly believe Liverpool are going to run away with it. And can I just say something? I thought
Yeah.
this was going to be like Liverpool during the pandemic, but I feel like it could be a little bit better than that because exactly. Up until Forest last week, yeah. So I mean, if this was at the Emirates, I would agree with you, even despite Bukayo Saka's absence.
If you had to predict the winner, who would you be leaning towards?
Just to be because I can't decide, I'll be a contrarian. I'll go with Brentford. I'll go with the Wissa winner or an Embuemo winner.
Johan Wissa. Bro, this guy's actually replaced Ivan Toney quite well, I can't lie. Ivan Toney was a really, really good goal scorer for Brentford. He was banging in the goals for Brentford, and then other than that, he's just gone. And the Wissa's just come in. Wissa and Embuemo have been banging for Brentford. So
It's because the system, Thomas Frank's system,
it's because the system
makes it very easy to inherit and replace.
No, it is. It is. Yeah. I guess that's really it we can talk about. I guess we'll wrap it up here. Let's just go quick. Let's just quickly go through other score predictions also right now. Palace Southampton. I'm gonna go the 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw.
No, I'll go with the Palace victory.
2-1 Palace. What's your
I'll go 1-0. 1-0.
Everton Forest. I'm gonna go the 2-0 Forest.
This could be interesting. Everton at home.
I'll go 2-0 Forest away.
But yeah, Forest, Nuno Espirito. This is vintage Nuno Espirito Santos ball. So robust at the back and really ruthless on the break. So I have Forest 2-0.
Fulham Bournemouth. This is actually an interesting game. You know, it's a top half of the table clash. I'm gonna go with the. I don't know, man. I can't decide. Bournemouth are a good team. They play very good football. Fulham also they've been decent. I'm gonna go the 2-2 draw. 2-2.
I don't know. Are there any major injuries?
I'm not so sure.
Doesn't seem like it. I'll agree with you. I think it's going to be tight because both teams are fighting for continental spots.
Yeah.
It'll be tight, but they'll also be open in the sense there'll be goals.
It will be tight. You're right. Another interesting game. Villa Brighton.
That'll be fun. That Villa midfield, the performance against Man City, beautiful.
Don't know if Morgan Rogers. Don't know how well Morgan Rogers is right now. I mean, is he back? Is he injured? Is he fit? I don't know what's going on. Oh, he got sent off. I just remembered he got sent off. He's suspended for this game. He got red carded last week against Newcastle. Hi, a couple of days ago against Newcastle. He got red carded, bro. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
So sorry. I legit had a brain freeze right there. John Duran that got sent off.
Happens.
Yeah, that's what I meant. John Duran's not gonna be there, so I don't know. Watkins is Watkins back in the starting lineup?
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
2-1. I'll go with a 2-1 Villa win, I guess. At home, I mean, they're gonna be up for it. They need to win this game, by the way, because you know what it is. Mm-hmm. Villa are only 2 points ahead of Brighton in 9th, and Brighton are in 10th. So Villa need to win this game. I'm gonna go with the Villa win. What are you saying?
Yeah, there are some very important clashes for continental spots. This one will also be another very underrated and entertaining clash. I think that the Villa midfield performance of Onana, McGinn, and Tielemans, unbelievable. Rolls Royce, vintage. So confident, so fearless with the ball, and relentless with winning it back. So I think the midfield's going to win it for Villa again at home. I will have Villa 3-1, but it's going to be a very tight game.
I'm thinking 2-1, 3-1 Villa. I'll go 2-1 to be different. Why not?
Sure. And then do we have one more game? No. We've covered it all.
That's it, bro. That's it. And that's the Premier League show for 2024. I'll be back tomorrow after the United game. After the United game tomorrow, I'll be back. Yeah, we have spoken the relegation battle. Yeah, we have. We've spoken about it. I will be doing a end of year football show tomorrow. So Prime, if you can join tomorrow, that'd be good. That'd be good, bro. If you can join tomorrow, tomorrow after I come home from the Thailand versus Philippines game, which will be good fun to go. Which will be good fun to watch. Obviously, Thailand in the semifinals of the Suzuki Cup. So yeah, I'd love to see love to go and see Thailand win and hopefully get to the final. Yeah, he. We'll speak about actually. We'll talk about this on tomorrow's show. Tomorrow we're gonna go in depth on football in 2024. So Augusta, you can join as well tomorrow if you'd like, and Prime you can definitely hop on as well. I'm gonna be doing a 2024 football review tomorrow, and I'll be doing NBA show, and I'll be doing an NBA show afterwards as well. So yeah, make sure you join. Just
I mean, like,
after yeah, go on. Sorry, what's up?
sorry, I just want to interrupt really quickly to respond to Prime. Like, I mean, you can clip our segment on United. It was brief, but I think it covered a broad range of topics. And also, Prime, we both went on Said yesterday. So,
we both were on Said's show yesterday on the call-in show, so you can check that as well. But also, yeah, tomorrow you can come back for the show, man, and we'll definitely talk about the we'll definitely talk about the football in 2024 and all that stuff. So yeah, people tune in, and yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because I gotta go watch the Prem games now. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, bro, for the shows.
Yeah, see both of you tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow. Football, basketball, 2024. We'll be there tomorrow.
Love it. We will be there.
Yeah. We both were on Said's call-in show, but I was on first, and then he went on later. It was a long queue yesterday, wasn't it? But yeah, we were. But yeah, big up Prime, big up every time, bro. And yeah, big up everyone for watching. Obviously, 2024 is coming to an end, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tomorrow's show, by tomorrow's show, I would like to see me get to at least 110 subs, people. 27 of you watching. The link is there on Twitter. Most of you, I know you're here from Twitter. You can click the link and subscribe. It's free to do so. Show Augusty some love. Show some love in the comments. I'll definitely be reading and responding. So yeah, thank you, Augusty, for coming on, bro. And let's enjoy the Prem games and close out 2024 in style.
Peace. Yeah, I mean, 4 streams in a row. Done and dusted. Impressive, bro. Both of us. But good job to you. And just as Ekman said, to everyone watching, this is one of the few places where there's authentic analysis and unfiltered content. Ekman ain't funded by big money. He's not funded by any football firm. He's not contractually obliged to say anything that is of
SEG.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder who fan base is. But no. So yeah, just give a subscription. It costs nothing. It takes only 10 seconds of your time. Not even. So give us a subscription, especially if you want to hear more from Ekman and the amazing panel that he brings on. So subscribe.
Yeah. Big up, man. Big up. And obviously Prime's also been a massive, a support of the channel. He's also been on the channel many, many times. So make sure, and I'll definitely have him on tomorrow for the show. So yeah, people, that'll be us for today. I'll be back later. Take care. Peace. I ain't a top red, bro. I ain't a top red. Trust me.
He's Bruno Fernandez's biggest fan. He loves Bruno. He has Bruno's posters all over his wall. Show your camera.
Long ball over the top, Oh, it's amazing. Long ball over the top, To Rasmus Højlund. We're enjoying some football in Old Trafford. We're in 14th place, man. This is amazing. Bruno Fernandes FC. Here we go. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Ekman, show the people your Bruno posters. Show your wall.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's all blank. It's like he blanks in every single game, isn't it? So yeah. So
that was good. Mike, that's a mic drop.
No, it is a mic drop.
It's a mic drop, to be fair. Now, but we'll see you guys tomorrow.
No, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Fuck United, but we love United anyways. Take care. Peace. I tell Rashford to stay. Yeah, I do, bro. Rashford stay. Stay and rot. You know what I'm saying? Just stay here and be like, just stay here and get some games off the pitch, and play some games off the pitch.
Wait, Ekman, there's something in my ear. Wait. A new source just told me you want Rashford to sign a new deal. Tell him to sign. Give him what he wants.
I want him to sign that contract of his resignation.
Really? Resignation, and then you want to give him a new deal afterwards, right?
Yeah, new deal afterwards. New deal with the Saudi Pro League team.
Hey, I don't think they'll take him.
Nah. But yeah, we're out, people. Peace. Take care. Sign the Ting Rashford. Prime. Prime's a shit house.
Prime's too funny.
He is. Yeah. But yeah, big up, people. Sorry, we're actually gonna close that now. Take care. Good night.
Based.